Okay, good morning, everybody. Day could be an exciting day. Could be. We have. Whoa. Hello, sir. Morning. Could be exciting today, actually. Could be very exciting. Few counters on the watch. Xianling. Big runner. Big runner. Not massive, but 100% over a few short days. Started to sell off yesterday into the close, so today I am expecting a potential dip buy, maybe around the 140s. If not, down here there's not much support, so it can be quite risky around here, but I would probably mark like the 125s as another dip buy level as well. Data prep is still maintaining this quite high, quite extended level, so still keep an eye on that. On the news today, Hey Power profit for not profit, let's see, Q2 profit jumps fourfold, but quarter to quarter profit not crazy, but still good news on this counter, so I will keep it open for any potential and you already know, top glove on the side as a market thermometer, just to gauge. I like to have one of the two big gloves on the side just to see how it moves. I usually use it to gauge the general market. And then last piece on the side, anything random. Pharma, let's just put D Pharma out. Yeah, I saw a short selling extension extended to August. That sucks, man. I was actually learning a few short patterns already. They're afraid of the retailers, man. It's okay. More time for us to refine the trades first. MOBILIA new counter. What's MOBILIA? Oh, is it? Wait, is this an IPO? Oh, yeah, I remember this one. This is what? Furniture, right? Something about furniture. Interesting. My EG sole distributor on vaccine. So we'll keep that in mind. I'm kind of interested in this MOBILIA. Holy, what the? What? Oh, okay. No, it looks big, but it's fine. Don't worry. Where's MOBILIA? What? Interesting. Okay, quick look at everything that we've opened. Data prep holding. Xianling holding. Send alert here in case it drops. I want to see MOBILIA. Quite interested to see how this moves. It's so volatile. You know what? I put in quite a YOLO bet right here. Wow, I got filled so high up. Are you serious? There's no way. I went in at 68. Just might not be the best choice, but let's give it a shot, you know? Let's just give it a shot. 23 cents. Whoa, so okay, it's shot up quite a bit. Crazy little IPO. Okay, I let go half at 710. Just this. I mean, things like this, I never want to. I never want to hold it for too long. So let half go at 71. This is just for fun, really. I bought in quite small, just to give, the newcomer a little welcome gift. Just give it one quick trade. Okay, letting go the rest is 715. That was a quick, just a touch and go lah, for fun lah. Okay, very quick touch and go. Very small size, so wow, IPO. Seems like Bursa is a fan of IPOs, man. See if I held right, if I could have held, if, but that's fine. Just take the quick bite. Data prep, nothing much. Let's see who's on the screener today. PEB. What's PEB? That sounds so familiar. Is there news on PEB? Looks like a huge gap up to me. What the hell? Okay. Possible to catch something on this. Looks quite disgusting, but on second thought, maybe not. Nope. Well, I like this movement. This reminds me of Mr. DIY day one. Was anybody here for Mr. DIY IPO? Does anyone remember Mr. DIY's IPO? It went something. It went similar to this. It just shot straight up. Let me show you. Mr. DIY. Let's see if I can go back all the way. It's been a while. Where's the IPO day? Yep, right there. Shot straight up on the IPO day. So definitely could say that if I held blah blah blah, but you never know, you know. But that's why sometimes I say it's better to be late than to be wrong. Selling late is always better. So Xianling starting to sell off. I want to see a more significant sell-off. Data prep has too little volume to be anything special, anything significant. K-Power spiked up, but not really holding up. Okay, possible retest on this. VWAP retest, probably. See if we can hold 70 cents first. Nope, doesn't look like it's gonna hold 70 cents. 70 cents cracked. Here we go. Probably gonna sell off quite heavily. Not sure till when. Could be a potential nice dip here if you dare. Probably won't enter too big because this is very volatile, very, very, very risky stock. Okay, I took a small partial entry, 675. Very small. It looks like it's flushing very, very, very hard. Got another fill at 65. Slightly riskier trade, this one. Got another ad at 66. So, sizing up quite a bit. There's a huge resistance at 66. Oops. So looking for 68. Have to be extra careful on this because it's very, very, very volatile. Can't be too greedy. Didn't manage to sell at 685. I wanted to catch some profit at 685. Got rid of some at 675 just to downsize a bit. Nope, the bounce doesn't look like it's really going, so I got rid of the rest at 66.5. Might not be the right decision, but I think I should have let it run to like 66 at least, to be honest. Yeah, I should have let it try to break 66 first, but decided to take my profits on this a bit quicker because it's so volatile. It's so volatile and I didn't really want to hold it for too long. But I think if I held it, it could have been quite a big trade, up to like 70 cents at least. Not sure what the net of this trade even is. I'll be happy if it's even if it's just smaller. Yeah, about 2.5 right here. Could have been a lot bigger because of how big I went in. I went in almost 250,000 shares right here. If I held it, 680, probably selling to 680, 670. Yeah, I definitely sold my last chunk. I sold the whole thing way too early, but that's fine lah. Better safe than sorry for this one. Whoa, okay. Xianling decided to shoot up very randomly. Top Glove as well. Decided to shoot up. All of them. Air Asia. Well, usually I don't like to play Air Asia because of how large the float is and there's just not much move on it. Yeah, I usually prefer to just ignore Air Asia because there's usually something else that's running way better. Yeah, gloves are shooting up quite a bit. Man, I'm thinking of this trade, how definitely shouldn't have sold the whole chunk there. There was a huge support at 66 cents if I remember. Huge support at 66 cents. I ended up selling the whole chunk onto this red candle, 66.5. So that's the problem of sizing in too big. Because I was holding so many shares, right? I was holding twice the usual amount that I usually get in. So each of the swings are very big. So every 1 cent every time it swings 1 cent, it's like 2,000 bucks. So I was just too fearful, and then I just kept cutting the position, kept cutting. But I think at the end of the day, if it breaks through 670 right now, I would have let go at 665 or so. Usually, I would most probably be just cutting the position all the way here already, because it's starting to churn sideways. Okay, let's move on. New trade. So not bad. Today we caught two very quick trades, both on Mobilia. Right, this one was just a greedy trade. Like this is, I don't suggest you take this trade, but I mean IPOs, pure momentum, small sized. I think that's, I would call it a controlled break of discipline. This as well. Entered a bit early here, but this was quite good lah. Now we just watch some gloves. They're churning. Data prep. I'm just gonna close data prep. Nothing special here. Xianling. Let's look at Xianling. So rebounded 169. 175 resistance. could there be a trade on this? Definitely, potentially a trade. Looking for the second structure of the breakout. If you know what to look for, then once it starts to form, set your alerts. If you don't know what to look for, you haven't watched my breakout video on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I think that's basically the only thing that's running. AirAsia is 14% up, but like I mentioned earlier, I don't really like to play AirAsia just because of their... Oh, it looks slightly different. Usually AirAsia is like millions on each price level. But I usually just prefer to sit out on AirAsia. Because based on past price action, you can see that there's just no momentum lah. Usually the range of the day is like a few cents only, like 3-4 cents, and it's just quite hard for me to catch anything within such a tight range. Like for example, you see MOBILIA, right? The range of the day is 13 cents, and I only managed to catch like 3 and 4 cents. Whoa, Top Glove selling off as well. So not holding any of his gains. Well, a clear sign is usually if it pushes up so much without any significant volume, right? If you were in the student webinar, this is an example of when buyers and sellers are equal in strength, right? Usually breakouts, you want to see an excess of buyers, and usually excess of buyers will hold the price at the consolidation level. But right here, this is a clear example of a stock that has an equal amount of buyers but equal amount of sellers. You can see how the volume, right? The buying volume is same as the selling volume. So the buying volume is right here. The selling volume is right here. You can see it's identical. What a weird chart, this one. What a weird chart. So Xianling pushing up again. Actually, this could have been a really nice pattern, really nice first pattern for all the students who were part of the webinar. You see the first criteria, second criteria, not bad. 10-cent gain, 10-cent push. So this is looking like a new data prep to me. This looks almost exactly the same as data prep, to be honest. A new DNEX, a new data prep, whichever you want to call it. All right, just pushing up and pushing up continuously. So could we find a play on this 180, 181? 180 is the major resistance. 180 should be the breakout point, even though the high of the day is like 182, 181. But again, the consolidation structure isn't that good yet. Maybe we could see like a wedge form. Maybe, possibly. Something like that. Who knows? If we can consolidate a bit, then we can start to consider it. Other than that, probably just leave it on the side. So at the end of the day, I guess we got a decent sell on MOBILIA since it started to sell off. Somebody said 23 cents IPO on MOBILIA, so that gives it a wow, that is huge. I wouldn't call this oversubscription, but a huge gap, almost 200% just on IPO day. So those who subscribe to the IPO, congratulations, you tripled your money. I'm surprised a furniture company can IPO so high. Well, I don't know what the market cap is, so I'm surprised it tripled on the first day. Was 23 cents a proposed IPO price, or was it after a post subscription price? Like counting in all the oversubscriptions and stuff. So K-Power not holding any of its gains, even with increased profit news. But to be honest, the increase in profit wasn't that spectacular either. Let's have a look at our big friend DNex. Any volume today? 20 mil, still quite a lot of volume, but not as much volatility anymore as this day. Let me just remove all of this so you can see. So you can see clearer. It's too much clutter. So these were crazy days. A lot of range. So anybody want to do an experiment? When Xianling breaks this line, you can try for a wedge breakout, but we'll see how this plays. Let's say what's a break point? 178, 179. Might as well wait for 180 lah. Might as well. 180 is a huge resistance. So let's go back to PEB. PEB seems to be topping the screener. Xianling. If you have any stocks you want me to look at, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Xianling is up as well. Try mode. Hibiscus. This is probably up on the oil prices. So usually when oil prices go up, this big boy goes up. Not this one. This one. Heng Yuan. Okay, gap up, but no movement. RubberX is up 3%. So random. Cap Plus is up 3%. I guess most of the small caps held its morning gain. This is this is what 3% looks like on such a small stock. Oh, that looks disgusting. At least Cap Plus has some nice flow. You know, you can see it flow. You can see the direction of the price movement. Comfort. Xianling doesn't have volume. I think the volume is fine. Really? Look, okay, this is a 1 hour chart, okay? So what's DNex doing? Is D-Nex dipping? Okay, let's wait. I'll go back to the Xianling thing and show you in a sec. Is D-Nex gonna do anything special? 720, 710, 750, 705, a lot of support, so it's probably not gonna dip lah. Or the volume is coming in though. Okay, back to Xianling. So you can see on the 1 hour chart, we opened with 3.7 mil volume. That's quite significant compared to a few days ago. Opened with 3 million volume. It's not bad considering you have to consider one thing as well. Okay, the volume traded today is traded at 174 on average. The volume traded a few days ago was traded at 1 ringgit. So technically, the total amount of money traded today is higher than a few days before, because 3 million volume on 1 ringgit, 3 million volume on 1 ringgit 70 cents. I mean, you can do the math lah. So I think Xianling is just starting to hit its, I wouldn't say it's peak yet. This will probably lead to 1 or 2 more green days, I think. Depending on how today closes. If it closes up like 20%, I won't be surprised to see the next day gap up and potentially run again. But all I'm looking for is really, basically, I just want to see it break out, and then I'll wait for a day where it gaps up and starts to sell off heavily like this. So that is the game plan on Xianling. It is respecting this wedge though. This random wedge that we drew. Oil, all over the news is about oil. Oil rising. MOBILIA active. Yep. I wonder what's the volume of MOBILIA today. 176 million. Damn. I think that's reminiscent of DIY as well. Let's check on the 1 hour. First day. What's the volume? Look at that spike. 195 million volume as well. Not bad. Not bad. Actually bought in quite late, this one. 65, 63. Supermax. Xianling. So this will probably be the top pick for the day. Few green days already, quite a lot of volume, so definitely will be on most people's screener. Is it breaking any new highs? Any resistances? Okay, so it's popping through 175 already. Let me just look for any potential other. So 185. Small resistance probably. Next peak. 198. Oops. I doubt it's gonna reach that high lah. But who knows? Nothing is impossible. Since it's slightly slow, let me show you a few nice, I would say, brothers of the data prep and Xianling. So you never know what can happen, you know. Like this guy, he went from 90 cents all the way to $4 over the span of 3 trading weeks. So you never know what could happen. What's the other one called? Vivocom. 50 cents all the way to $2. And we all know this big boy, the biggest boy, 50 cents to 150. Even better, this one, Christmas tree pattern. You see a Christmas tree? Now all we need are some lights. give some hope for those who are stuck in this high-rise building. Holy, imagine buying at 190. Damn. Damn. So selling breaking below the wedge. I mean, this wedge doesn't mean anything lah. We're just looking for the 180 break. Imagine if Mobilia breaks below 63 cents. And it's just a void. There's nothing below. So how far can it dip? How much can it actually sell? I'm actually curious. So I'm just gonna send alert 625 in case it really breaks below 630. Oh, let's look at MyEG. Somebody mentioned MyEG has the distribution rights to vaccines. I think it's been priced in already lah. Most likely. And you know our Bursa culture, I sell on news, so I won't be surprised to see it start to go downwards on continuing this slow downtrend. Niaga. So I think all of this has been priced in already. I remember back then when Pharma started running around July into August. Everybody was expecting Pharma and D-Pharma to basically become the next gloves when the vaccine was released, but seems like not enough juice lah. Where is the rocket to the moon? Hit a high of what, 669, all the way from 2 ringgit 25. Still, if you bought for so long ago, I mean, still 100% gain, but how long are you gonna hold it for? Vaccine news already out, but still no movement. Okay, let's go back to the screener. Anything new? Oops. Mobilia really dropping below 630. So let's have a look. Probably a lot of support around 60 cents. There we go. Do not I usually don't try and prevent you from doing things, but I highly suggest you don't try and buy this because there is just no clear support. So trying to buy this is just going to be throwing a dart, rolling a dice. Where can you look for entries? I have no clue, honestly. This is gonna be mega dangerous, but probably not a good idea to try this. So everything else looks like it's on a sell-off. Holding VWAP, not bad. I'm gonna set an alert. One below, one above. PEB. This could have been a nice buy, I think, depending on the volume. This had 400,000 to 300,000 volume here. 15%, 30-cent dip. Would have been a decent pickup, I guess, around 150. So hit a low of 152. So 155 could have been a nice anticipation. Oh, it's not dipping. Let's see. So forming a support. Forming a support around 60 cents. Wow, whoever picked it up there, gigantic balls, man. Gigantic balls of steel. it's like doing a backflip on a cliff, you know. You can't see the bottom, it's just a pit. And you decide to take a chance. Okay, so PEB holding its gains. Wonder what the float is like on PEB. Well, few hundred, 200 to 400 shares per price level. Okay, not bad. Not bad. How far could 200 shares, 200, I mean 20,000 shares go on this? Not bad. So, if you haven't already hit the like button, I would appreciate if you can just scroll down real quick, help me tap the like button, turn it blue, helps my channel grow, helps my channel reach more people. Those of you who are new, I'm gonna assume that you saw my live stream on YouTube's browse page. Hopefully, you can join me 9 to 10 a.m. every single day. I go live every day, 9 to 10 a.m. Every trading day at least. And I think that there's a lot to learn if you're willing to put in the time and sit here with me just to slowly pick up how I trade, the mindset of how I trade, and the methods. So I would really appreciate if you can pay it forward, hit the like button, help YouTube, recommend this to more people who are interested in trading the stock market. Encom, it's a name that I haven't seen in a while. Encom, oh, it's a different one. Encom LB. I think this was another fried up stock, I remember. Encom LB. Costco still going down. MFLAR. Why is Post dropping so much? I mean, Costco. These are some that I wouldn't play, mainly because I don't really like to dip buy stocks that are on a downtrend. Let's have a look at MFLAR. MFLAR, first big red day. So maybe a lot of panic selling coming in, but very, very thin float, especially on a sub 1 ringgit stock. So I'm just gonna ignore it lah. Actually, I'll leave you on the side. If you can dip all the way down, that's how far do I want to see it dip? 7.5 cents. Like 6.5. If I can see it pull all the way down, maybe around 80 cents lah. If you can pull all the way down to like 80 cents, then maybe I'll give it a look. Oh, nice to see some increasing volume. Can we see even higher and higher and higher? a huge seller at 88.5. You can look at the bottom left right below me, 88.5. You can see a 2,000 lot sell order, which is basically a 200,000 share size. The only problem with MFly is that there's not much momentum. I mean, yeah, there's not much momentum, so it's going to be quite hard to pick a reversal. This, it looks like it's reversing at 88.5 already, so. But I don't like the volume. I don't like the buy side. Very, very thin. Can get flushed out. Anybody with a 2,000 lot order can just flush it all the way down to 870, 860, 865. So you can see it cleared it cleared the 885 roadblock, but there's just no excess of buyers. No excess of buyers going in. So it's just going stagnant here. And it's back. So after seeing that, I probably won't even bother, even if it keeps dipping. So everything seems to be slowing down. No surprise there. PEB can't play anymore lah. Dipped already. Even if it comes back down, there's just no support. No support for miles away. Look, it's just a big... Holy... What is this, man? There's a big gap on the side. No support, so... Just gonna leave it for now. Xianling, again, looks like... the best option. Best is relative. Doesn't mean it's great. Most of them are oil. Charmin, Dayang. A bit of steel as well. Whatever focus is. Pulling in 13 mil volume. Oh, it's so cheap, no wonder. Did I do a stock split before? Ah, yes. No wonder. I remember it was like $2. 3-to-1 stock split. So, Mobilia giving us 2 trades today. Imagine how big this could have been if it got up to like 71, 72 cents. 72 cents on a 655 average. So that would have been a 6-cent gain on a 200,000 share. That would have been a 12k trade. If only. So many ifs, so many ifs. So many ifs. You guys log for the students. Wait, Okay. Okay. So we are reaching our 950 mark. Let's give the steel a quick look. Usually steel moves as a whole industry, so if I look at one, I can gauge the rest really lah. CSC steel looks like a late mover. Lion Industries is usually the one that I use to look at steel industry. Well, it's sort of quite heavily. But still holding its highs. Still holding its highs up here. Not bad. Uptrending. Higher highs, higher lows. But if usually technical analysis doesn't really work on stocks that are dependent on commodities. For example, this is dependent on steel, or if Pokong or Tomei is dependent on gold. It doesn't matter if there's a support there. If gold starts to flush, if gold starts to sell off, you can bet that those gold counters are gonna sell off as well. So usually Lion Industries, I just look for breakout spots. I don't really follow steel prices and then try to predict where the steel industry players are gonna go. Don't really think that makes a big difference. Just play how the price action moves. But I remember back then I was trading Pokong. Okay, MOBILIA on my watch. So back in like September, I think, or October, September? No, August. August I was playing Pokong. And then I would have the gold prices on the side. Yeah, on this day, for example, let's say like 4th, 5th, 6th August, I will usually have like gold on the side. I'll usually put out gold on the side, and then I'll just play it based on the gold price movement. This all the way back in like when was it? August. Let me just scroll all the way back just to find it. August, right here, somewhere here. So I would play based on these gold prices. When gold prices went up, for example, 5th August right here. Was it 5th August? 5th August. So I basically play it based on the gold. When gold goes up, I will buy Pokong. And when gold starts to sell, I will sell it. That was quite funny. And then on this sell-off, just look, everything, it just looks almost the same lah. Right? Just a random thing lah. Nothing too significant lah. Okay. Try to find the small stories in trading. So let's do a quick sweep. Let's open PEB again, AirAsia again, Xianling. We have open Malawar and Lion Industries, basically steel. MA Steel is basically steel. K-Power, okay, these 5 stocks. Let's just look at these 5. Don't want to look at too many. Okay, PEB. Any game plans? I don't think it can go much higher. I think anything above this is really limit up, so definitely no breakout plays here. It is consolidating here, if that means anything. It is playing in a small range, so if you really dare, this could be counted. Technically, it could be counted as a breaking out of this range. And you can risk something like this, I guess, and look for limit up. If it breaks down, there could be potential, not, I wouldn't say a potential, but some people could look at this as a support from the previous bounce and try to bounce it again. I wouldn't usually do it. If I look for a bigger dip, there's just no support. Maybe if it can dip all the way to like 110, let's say, all the way down to 110, then maybe there is a chance for it. That's the game plan for this. Would I trade it or not? Probably not. AirAsia, funnily enough, even after what I said of like, oh, I don't like to trade AirAsia, it could form a breakout pattern, but I can't remember a single time that AirAsia ever broke out the way that we know. So this definitely could be on our watch. Set my alerts. Could be on a watch list after building a structure like this. Holding VWAP quite well. So if you watch my technical indicators video, you will know what holding VWAP means. Malawar, so ugly, just close it, don't waste your time. K-Power, again, no structure in any direction. On the sell-off right now, so no dip buys available. Yep, no dip buys available probably. Even on good news, even on good earnings. If it's not shooting up, just leave it alone. Xianling, the potential was if it pushes back above right here, this 180, 181 line. You can see it's selling off right now, so potential downside trades, definitely a lot of potential downsides. Potential to pick it up on the double bounce area, so it bounced, you can see it bounced where it bounced one, I won't say it bounced here, but it held this line once, held it twice. We'll probably look for it to hold it a third time if it comes back down, but again, it depends on the orders, right? Those of you who are new here, these are not buy or sell calls. These are just small little areas that I will look for. At the end of the day, it still depends on the order flow. If I can see the switch in momentum, if I can see support resisting the sell-off, then I will try and enter. But at the end of the day, enter your own risk. This is all, trading is your own responsibility. Don't put the blame on other people. Take responsibility of your own life. Supermax. Similar logic to K-Power, right? It's on a sell-off, so not many dips. I don't think I'm gonna look for much dips on this, unless obviously it can go like crazy and sell down to like 480, 450s. Then maybe, but no trades on this. No trades on either Top Glove or Supermax. Just gonna leave it open and look. MOBILIA, again, no trades lah. Too far from the high, no support on the bottom. So right now, really just watching two stocks: AirAsia, Xianling. Upsides, downsides. Yep. Upside on this, downside on this. Probably won't catch any upside on this anymore. Okay. So quite a few moving stocks today, even though there wasn't much trades. To be honest, Xianling could have been a nice pickup for a continuation trade. If you know the pattern, you should know the pattern. Right, this is especially for students, this continuation pattern. Oops, you should know how to look for this. If you took part in the previous webinar. I probably would have played this as well if I saw this happen. Honestly, I would have played this as well, but we're too busy on MOBILIA just now. So thanks everybody for tuning in for today's live stream, 9 to 10 a.m. every single day. I think we have 3 more trading days for the month. I think the month is looking quite good right now, touch wood. I think we've recovered our Jan losses already. I'll do a quick count later and see. So if you wouldn't mind helping me, hit the like button real quick. For these daily live streams, we stay consistent every single day. I don't think I've missed a single day so far. I haven't missed a single trading day since June 2020. New video coming out today. Very, very, very good video for... I think everybody should watch this video because it's gonna be about a technical skill that it might sound very clickbaity. It might sound like clickbait, but honestly, this skill is the turning point for me. How I went from trading 5,000 ringgit to being confident with trading 100,000. So I'm gonna explain the very simple skill tonight. Look out for the video, probably dropping about 9 to 10 p.m. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a great day. See you again tomorrow morning. Peace. Take care.